My name is Tony Parce, and I'm a member of the Nashville Symphony Viola section. For my contribution to the AVS page takeover, I wanted to share with you something that I thought would be hopefully valuable to the greater violist community. It's a new practice technique that I've been working with that could help you learn tricky passages faster and hopefully break through your kind of max tempo ceiling. About a year ago, I started getting into high-intensity interval training workouts, specifically Orange Theory and Barry's Bootcamp, and I was really pleased with the results, especially in terms of my running. You see, I'd been running regularly for many years, but rarely put any thought into what I could do to increase my ability as a runner. Interval training helped me drastically increase my speed and my stamina, and as I started noticing these effects, my mind began to wander about how I could apply this concept to my viola practicing. I ended up developing a practice technique based on the general concepts of interval training, and while my method is relatively simple conceptually, I think the practical, technical, and mental benefits to musicians specifically are really far-reaching. So what is interval training? Well, basically, it's the interweaving of high-intensity exercise with periods of active relief. So in terms of running, it might look like jogging for 2 minutes, then running for a minute, jogging another 30 seconds, sprinting 30 seconds, and then repeating that in various combinations or intensities. Now, applied to music, I found that the method that works best for me is slightly different. Try isolating a tricky section of music and play it first about 10 clicks or so faster than your goal tempo. It probably won't sound perfect, so turn the metronome down 10 clicks and think of one, and only one issue that you'd like to improve on. This doesn't have to be fixing the whole passage, it's just one technical concept that might improve your result some amount. Now play it again at the goal tempo, so down 10 clicks. Next, stop and evaluate if the concept you focused on the last time improved the result. Decide if you'd like to focus on that or pick a whole new concept to direct your attention towards this time. Turn the metronome down another 10 clicks and play it again. That's right, we're getting slower. Repeat the process of evaluating the results and decide on your next focus. It should be something simple like making sure your fingers feel light and articulate, or distributing your bow so that you keep it returning to the frog, or making sure that there's a difference between accents and sforzandi. Turn the tempo down 10 more clicks and try it again. Now repeat this process until you've slowed the tempo down to about 50 or 60% of your goal tempo. Then, immediately bump the tempo back up to your faster than goal tempo and repeat the process of evaluating, focusing, and slowing the tempo 10 clicks at a time. I could do 3 or 4 sets of this before being totally mentally fatigued and needing a break. So why does this strategy work so well for me and my students? First off, I should start by pointing out that I've been periodically geeking out about how to improve my practice for a few years now, and the majority of the concepts that helped me have come from Noah Kageyama's wonderful course and blog, The Bulletproof Musician. So if you haven't checked that out, I highly encourage it. One of the most important concepts is that certain techniques, bow strokes and shifts especially, only work best at certain tempi. So the physical activity you would need to use to make the passage work at a slower tempo might be very different from how you need to use your technique at a faster tempo. Interleaving fast and slow tempi ensures that you don't overemphasize irrelevant slow technique while still giving you the periodic chance to check in with intonation and sound slowly. Jumping straight back up to the fast tempo serves to occasionally remind you what you'll need to do to make those fast speeds work. Noah Kageyama would also point out that distributing your practicing in random or non-sequential ways can have the effect of being able to recall your technique more dependably and keeping you from experiencing the mastery illusion, which is where you can only play your best after slowly working up the tempo under ideal circumstances. But wait, there's more! The slower reps will give you a chance to recover, and you'll find that you have more stamina for the faster tempi. Also, by going slower every time, you give yourself a much better chance of accomplishing the concept you are focusing on, which keeps you from reinforcing bad habits and also builds confidence. You won't experience metronome fatigue, where imperceptible changes of tempo cause you to zone out. The physical act of pausing to change the tempo bakes into the process an ideal time for reflecting and evaluating and planning. While this sounds tedious, deliberate practice like this is hugely valuable and can be done very quickly. Having worked on reflection a lot, I'm able to think through all these steps in less than 10 seconds or so. Being able to jump quickly between tempi above and below your goal tempo will make you an overall more resilient and accurate player. Other fun ideas. You can theme a set so that each tempo in a single progression from fast to slow is focused on one concept, like bow technique, shifts, dynamics, or something like that. Rupert says you can even interleave different excerpts or passages of music in between repetitions of a set to increase the difficulty and improve your ability to recall technique better, faster. So I hope you enjoy using interval training in your next practice session, or maybe even how you teach your students. Happy practicing.